But yeah, so my goal is, because I'm making all of the Dragon Age like chibi head. Yeah, technology hates me today. I'm making all the chibi heads for Dragon Age stickers, but I wanted like their faces to be the same size. So when you like put them in, if you're like, oh, I want a 2-inch sticker, like this guy comes out like this, but then, you know, Lucanus, because he has a bunch of extra stuff and more hair and things like that, like his face ends up being like really tiny if you just put in, I want a 2-inch sticker. So I had to kind of finagle a bunch of stuff and everything to get them so their faces are the same size. And that's the goal, is we're going to try to have all of their faces the same size when they actually print out. And so yes, there was lots of cursing until that worked out. Yeah, we were talking about it on Saturday. Um, Absolutely. So yeah, I'm excited. It worked, and yes. Oh, also, so I will also. Oh my god! Yes, I'm working on Inoske. So also, I wanted to share, but also welcome in America Gaming, and it's perfect because you're going to be part of this too. But I am going to be streaming on Saturday, so I'll probably bring this up a couple times. And I believe my time slot got locked in this time. Last time it kind of it didn't work, and so I didn't get the time slot I wanted initially, but I think I'm going to be streaming noon. Oops, my iPad turned off. Sorry guys. I should be streaming noon to 3. Um And reason for that is because I'm going to be part of a raid train. So I know it's not our normal stream time, but I'm part of a raid train, and we're going to be trying to raise money to help a friend whose dog had a seizure, ended up and is now blind, and had lost use of, yay, my slot worked out good. So noon to 3 Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, we're gonna be helping try to raise money, raise awareness and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be switching over a lot of my stuff to that for Saturday. But we'll be working on and continuing this piece. So if you want to come talk D&D, come help support, share it out, things like that, I'll be putting a lot more information in the Discord. So keep an eye out here. I'll put that in there. So all the information will be there. I'm going to be trying to put in, because it's a huge raid train, I'm going to be trying to put in like the people, when I'm awake, who are like when they're streaming and stuff, so you could get on and kind of follow along. But yeah, so we'll be doing this one Saturday as part of that raid train, because so it's gonna take forever, and it's a 3-hour slot. So but yeah, so we'll be working on Inoske tonight instead. But yeah, so if you can join Saturday, I would greatly appreciate it. If you could donate, we would also greatly appreciate it. Hi guys! Hello over on the Clock app. I see you. My friends have joined. But yeah, so we're gonna be working. Hey, I can come watch. Yay, Megan! I'm so glad. That makes me really happy. So yeah, we're gonna be having fun. We're gonna be talking about all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I know it's a bit of a heavier subject, but hi Mia. How are you? But yeah, I know it's a bit of a heavier subject, but it's really important. Oh, and there's also going to be giveaways for goals being met. Awesome. I didn't know that. But if you didn't know, America Gaming is actually helping run it with one of the other friends. So I'm still just getting the information. So like I said, I'll be posting all that stuff probably in our announcement tab on the Discord and things like that, because I think that's really important. So, but yes, so let's get to Inoske here. Get him some eyes done. But yeah, I hope everyone is good. But yes, we'll absolutely love having anyone who can come be there. And there's going to be a long like train through the weekend as well. So even if you can't watch the whole time, if you can lurk, I know that's going to be a big help too, because that helps push, like, the more numbers we have, that helps push out to like other people to see too. Yeah, we're still figuring out what all of them are, but we have more info and stuff for you have on screen about it too. Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, we're just getting... Yes, it's also going to be a sticker. So, right now I'm printing all of my my Dragon Age stickers, and I'm working on getting them like the same size, so their faces are the same size. So I swore at Canva for like 3 hours today. But yeah, and then I'm going to be making all of the Hashira as well, which are all these guys and our other characters into stickers too, because I got into like a Comic-Con in June, so I'm really excited. So yeah, I will be selling stickers, and if I can get my act together, maybe some prints too. But definitely stickers. But yeah, so I'm also trying to finish this this whole congrats, thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited. I absolutely adore doing vendor events anyway, and I'm really excited to start doing more vendor events that are like my actual business. So yeah, yes, it's so exciting. I know, I am so thrilled, and I'm ready. Like, I guess that's probably the best way to put it. I am very ready for it to be focusing on my art instead of like the makeup that I was doing, which I adore the makeup I was doing. So it's not that I dislike that, but now that I have found my confidence in my own art, it feels, you know what? I hate this. We're going to erase it. Oh no. But I found confidence in my own art. I am really excited to actually start being and doing shows where I can actually show that off. But then also, yeah, so I'm like, that's important to me. So I'm excited. I thought I'd be really nervous, but I'm just really excited because it kind of hit that point where I was like, honestly, like, I've done enough vendor events. Like, that's not going to be too hard. It's more at this point, it's making sure I have enough stock to actually go. So that's amazing. You can do it. Thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. I'm excited. And I know, I saw you've been selling a lot of your wands and stuff. Are you still doing events, or are you just doing those online? Mia. Lurk, absolutely. Thank you, American Gaming, for the lurk. We appreciate you. And I'll get more of the information for the thing on Saturday from you later. So, right now online, though there are a few events coming up I want to do. Yay, that's exciting. Good. I'm glad. That is always exciting when you actually get to do events that you like. Hopefully your next events go way better than your last events have been going. But I know that it's so hard whenever you do a new event. And that's actually kind of where I'm at with I don't think, because I know the people who are running this Comic-Con, this is their first time running it. So, like, I'm sure there'll be a couple hiccups, but I'm not worried about them. But I know you've had some rough stuff in the past. But I haven't really actually started selling them yet. I had to figure out pricing. That's fair. Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, I hope your next events are amazing, because your stuff is so good. fix that. Hey yo. Music sound. Ah, excited hiss. I was like, music sound. What do we got? Yes, excited hiss. Welcome in, Lover Night, and congrats on your jar of honey. And then also, let me finish this real quick. I forgot to congratulate. I'm pretty sure Megan got first. Yes. Congrats on getting first and getting your jar of honey as well. Megan. Yeah, of course, man. I believe in your work and stuff too. Congratulations. All right. And then that no, that is as dark as we probably want it. I got unreasonably excited over being first. Okay, it's the it is the Aries in us because I am stupid competitive like that. So when Amera Gaming like streams and stuff, or like I have other streamers, like I try so hard to be first, and it has to be an Aries thing because I get so competitive about it, and it's ridiculous, and I know it's ridiculous, but that's also why I added it, because I was like, there's gonna be somebody who's like, bitch, I'm gonna be first. So absolutely felt. No, okay, so speaking of being an Aries and stuff, we were going over what we were trying to figure out which zodiac signs the 3 from my new D&D game was gonna be, and we landed on Capricorn for the twins, and then what's the other one? We're kind of dancing back and forth, but we're feeling Leo for I soon. But yeah. Oh, my baby girl is an Aries, so that will be fun. It is. We're amazing. We're great. We are feisty as hell, but it is great. Aquarius to me is pretty non-competitive except for strategy games. Fair, Liver Night. Oh my god, there have been trivia games in Cahoots in work training, and I lost twice in Cahoots, but won the third. But I was the only one that got a prize when I won, so I said I won the one that mattered. Yes, absolutely. Given the Capricorn I know, that is so fitting for the professor. Yeah, exactly. It's all about being like hardworking and things like that. And I was like, that is absolutely her and her twin brother. But yeah, so Leo was kind of where we're falling for I soon. Because he's super flashy, wants to be center of attention kind of feel, but we haven't locked that down yet. But we got like actual birthdays for the twins, which is really funny because they're separate days. She literally works 2 jobs in coding and does knitting and crochet while she works. That's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah. I also thought it'd be really funny if, even though he's like super sassy and stuff, if he was like a Libra. But like a Libra who's, good. I'm also streaming over on the Purple app, aka Twitch. But yes. Sorry. Yeah, I'm talking to Megan over there too. But yes, I'm also on Twitch. Same name. It's the Keldara Hive. Um, but yeah, that's impressive though, to be able to do coding while also knitting and crocheting. Also, knitting and crocheting are also super fucking hard. That's so impressive to me that they're able to do that. Oh, wait. Oh, it's because I didn't. I was like, why is that not working? Tell them you're talking to your favorite child, aka me. It's someone from our games, so like they would probably believe that. The knitting is wild. She makes socks, and I have offended her very deeply by calling a sock a more complex tube. She started showing me sock patterns, explaining how wrong I am. No, they are really a pain because like I grew up in a family that does like a lot of that kind of stuff. Like that is not I I do not have the skill to do um knitting or crocheting. I have absolutely tried like so hard. And I had like somebody like try and teach me, and then like my sister tried to teach me, and then my brother was like, "You know what? Fuck it. Like I'll teach you." And it just became like this whole thing. And it was like, what in the heck? I can crochet just about anything, but knitting eludes me. That's fair. So my sister, like, she can do both. But ooh, that's an eraser. But Dusty, he only does crocheting because same. He was like, I don't know what that is, but he can make anything without a pattern, which kind of makes you want to stab him in the throat sometimes. Uh, but not like we all have artistic talent in different ways, and sometimes it pisses me off when I don't have it. But yeah, like knitting with like yeah, the sticks are weird, and like that's the one I always made the worst mistakes on. I absolutely will not stuff up, and I think it's because I make everything too tight, like it just keeps getting tighter the more I do it. So yeah, when you were talking about wands and events, I figured I knew who it was over there. Yeah, absolutely. You know a singular type of crochet stitch, and that's it. The sticks are weird. What she said, that is what she said. uh yeah, no, I you know how you are, Megan, with like when I draw and you're like, oh my god, it's like magic. That's me anytime I see somebody like crochet or knit. I'm like, that's fucking witchcraft. Like right there. That's absolutely amazing. Like, how'd you fucking do that? That I love it though. Like I really do love that art so much. There's somebody I follow on Blue Sky, and they um, do these adorable plushies um, as well. I don't know if they knit or crochet them. It's I think looking at the stitch, they look like they're knit. Um, but they're of like the Dragon Age characters, and they look so impressive. Six are weird. Six are weird. Six are very weird. Oops. All right. And then we're going to also come in with these. Oops. What? If they're crocheted, they're called amigurumi? Amigurumi? Yeah. I can't phonetically pronounce that. I know this because it's what my friend made before she got sick of crochet and switched to knitting because it wasn't keeping her mind. I don't know how to say it. I swear no one could pronounce it. Okay, cool. Cool. Like, there's a reason when I have, like, crazy D&D names and shit. Also, my poor DM. For this new game. I give them how to pronounce it alongside it. And I also have, like, for myself, like, written down so I also don't fuck it up. Even though it's my own characters. Yeah, yeah. It's augury magic. That's what it is. Crazy. Crazy. That's what. Yeah, I definitely got the, when I sent them, even with the pronunciation, I got the, I'm going to say this wrong. And I'm like, that's okay. That's why I gave them a nickname. So you don't have to. I'm like, I'm only kind of a jerk. Unless it's Megan, and then I'm absolutely gonna be that asshole. Because I love her. And she'd be concerned if I wasn't, so. Oh, also, I wrote another scene today, Megan. And it, only crushed, the male main character's soul a little bit. If you were nice to me, I'd be concerned. I made you upset. Yes. Okay, you gotta go. That's okay. Thank you for stopping by. I need to pick up a book from Barnes and Nobles. Yay! Happy I finally got caught alive. Yes, thank you so much for coming. Also, enjoy your book. Yay! That's so exciting. Yeah, talk to you later. Bye. How many mean scenes do you need? Well, he was dumb enough to ask her about the scars on her back. And if they were what were causing her nightmares. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, he's not fine. She is. She's like, that was forever ago. And he's just like, you can't just say stuff like that. All right. I'm going to... see if there it is. That is what I need. I agree with him. Yeah. Yeah. No, he got done with, and he was like, they are dead, right? She's like, yeah, of course. He's like, it's fine. It's fine. Actually, he asked her if she lied to him the first time. She told him they were all dead. He was like, you weren't lying, right? And she's like, no? Question mark. He's like, ah. But she's also like, I don't really want the assassin, you know, traipsing through to Winter, just killing random people, just in case. Oh, no. We need to do this on a separate layer. I just realized because of the ears. Well, she should have thought about it before telling him. He asked. She's like, I wasn't gonna not tell you. I mean, she definitely has a thing about, like, I'll tell you anything you ask, and I'm not gonna lie. It is your own damn fault if you don't like the answer. Yes, of course, Sky. What's your question? How much was it for you to make Tales from Sonic? Um, so all of my, so my chibis, commissions are just like portraits like this. So it would just be the face, and they are $40, for them. But yeah. Oops. And I will stream them unless the person who commissioned doesn't want them to be streamed. So right now the only commissions I take are the chibi heads and the chibi busts, or chibi what do you call them? PNG tubers, which is like what I have talking for me right now. So those are 150 for the PNG tuber that talks. Because I do not have a microphone to do the talking. So you would still need a microphone because it actually picks up your microphone when it talks. So it would actually require you to have a microphone. And then obviously for there to actually be sound. So you can hear your voice and stuff. Question is for the slideshow. No, so I don't do like slideshows or anything like that. Okay. And then now I need this color again. Nope, that didn't work. Clipping mask, there we go. Yeah, if you want to DM me, I could send you the link to all of my commission information. Because I have a full website that goes over all of it and breaks it down for you. So yeah, go ahead and DM me, and after I'm done streaming, I'll send that information to you. All right. We has Inoske. Yeah, absolutely. It's always a good idea to get, ideas and figure out what it is you actually want as well. But yeah, I'll check that after I get off streaming. I mean, if you want something that's already like pre-made, I do sell them on Etsy as well. If they're not cut, like if you don't necessarily want a custom one. So those I do have Almeida and a couple others. And you can find it under the Caldara Hive as well. Actually, I think this needs to be a bit more like purple almost. Select. There we go. But yeah, custom ones are the 150. But yeah, if you don't necessarily want a custom one and you're just looking for something, yeah, it's the Caldara Hive, just like my username. Yep. Okay, yes. Doing the purple makes it look a lot more like what it is supposed to look like. Tomato. Capachero. Alright. There. I think. Let's see. I also need to add some like gray in here. Clipping and Gaussian blur. There we go. There. So interesting doing these chibis slightly different than my normal style. It's been hard to be like, okay, they have much harsher lines. It's okay. For example, for like your avatar down there, I want something like that, but I don't have a mic. So you do still need a mic because PNG tubers and VTubers require a microphone to pick it up so they can actually do the talking for you. So you would still need a microphone. All right, I'm going to turn these off super quick so I can actually see what I'm doing. And we're going to go through and do this. Oops. Forward. But yeah, so you do still need a microphone to utilize them. But unlike a VTuber, you don't need a camera. But you do still need the microphone. Because they will not work without it. Because it actually, to make it talk, it actually, obviously you're hearing my voice, but then to actually make it talk, it's using the like volume and tone of my voice to actually like open and close her mouth. And then I have the blinking set to like intervals and stuff like that. So the only other way I could think of that it might work, though I haven't played with the settings, because it does have to have some sort of volume coming in and it requires me to like connect my mic to it, was maybe if you had like music playing, you could have it like go off of, you know, the tones and levels of that. But that wouldn't make as much sense, you know, with them talking during for that. So, and that might require a different program than the one I'm used to utilizing. All right, I'm gonna also do like an internal one around this eye just because I feel like it needs it. And then kind of behind his nose as well, especially since it's so bumped out. All right, let's see. And we're going to also do that in eye socket, so hopefully we can get some depth there. Oops. So technically this doesn't have this in the original art, but I want to give it a touch more depth. All right, and then let's see with our black lines. Do some these. Alright. I think the reason it looks so much like it's how they do these lines. Yeah. Kinda works. You know what? Fuck it. Copy paste. All right. Let's see. What else does this crazy have? All right. So we got these lines. Add some for the ears as well. Alright, I'm gonna see how it looks. So it definitely isn't in like the original piece, but I'm gonna just try and see how it looks, and if we have to, we can always delete it. But normally I don't do noses anyway, but I feel like it's so big it needs some sort of depth to it. Alright, I like it a lot better. It's absolutely not like that in the show, but thank you, Mod. All right. Actually, I think we're looking pretty good. It's real quick. So 57. Yeah, no, I think that's about where it needs to be. All right. So, Inoske's eyes are not actually eyes. They're obviously part of his mask in this case. So, I am not going to do an eye highlight for him. I will when I do like the actual him. Like when he has his mask off. But we're not going to do it for this. Put it in the nostril instead. Okay, he's like almost always angry, so I was going to like jokingly do the what is it? It's like this thing. Yeah. Back from Lurk for a second before I try to answer 520 questions in one sitting to find out what's wrong with my brain. I mean, fair. Also, good luck. I mean, those assessments are like no joke. Also, I clearly don't fucking draw enough what do you call it? Not the nostrils. I clearly don't draw enough anime. I don't actually remember the symbol. Like, this is as close as I can remember what it looks like, so I'd have to actually look it up. But yeah, not the nostrils. Oh god, I love you guys. See, you guys are the best. Yeah, but I was gonna jokingly do that. Speaking of anime, yes, I think we're done. I'm going to do a zoom in double check, but sometimes I'll see pieces I've missed. All right. We did miss. Oops. Oopsie. Not what we wanted. There we go. There. Faerun dubs for next season starts releasing. Yay! Good. I know a lot of people really loved that show. So I'm sure everyone's going to be super happy. All right. There. I think we did it. But yeah, that's going to be nice. I know we're supposed to be getting more Apothecary Diaries this year, at the end of this year. And then you want quality anime. You should check out that time I was reincarnated as a slime. Yes. All right, real quick, we're going to move to just talking so I don't